Means a lot to me because this is one of my best friends that was driving this car. And I put his picture in this picture. They called him Brother Man. Brother Man, he was such a pimp. He had something like 14 hoes at one time. And he had them, when he was in Hollywood, they were on, back in the 70s in Hollywood, they were on a $300 a night quota. This was in the early 70s. And every night he got his money. If they came up $10 short, they had to go back and catch another. You understand? Because there wasn't no shorts in his game. In fact, he was getting so much money, the bondsman was sending people out, the police out, just to bust his women so he could come and make the bond in the morning. But what let me know that that kind of game was not for me is because I couldn't think the way that he thought about his women. I remember one day that this brother, we were in Long Beach, and we were out there, his girls was working. No, his girls weren't working. The bondsman had them all tied down so they couldn't move. But his best friend had told the bondsman where his girls were. And all of a sudden, we talking, we smoking, we doing everything that we usually do. And he said, man, he said, something's wrong with my hose. I said, what? Out of the clear blue sky. He said, man, something's wrong with my hose. You know what I'm saying? So we up here in Long Beach at the motel, and so this woman just happened to come in the rental car that Brother Man had. That was his name, but Brother Man had. So he commandeered the car. He said, bitch, give me this car. Something's wrong with my hose. So we gets in the car, and we come all the way back to Los Angeles, down on Los Angeles where he had all the hoes stored. He had about 8 or 9 hoes stored down there in the motel on Los Angeles. And so when we get down there, we come in, we knock on the door. They don't want to come to the door. And finally, when they look out the door, they seen it was him. And he said, what's wrong? He said, Charles been here with the bondsman. Said, they come to bust us out, but he had to leave because he didn't have no warrant to come in the hotel. And so they went to go get the warrant so he could come in, and they both be coming back to bust us. And we put the girls in the car, and we went on to San Diego with them. But how he knew something was wrong with him, I'll never know to this day. You understand? That let me know that I didn't have that kind of heart. I didn't know nothing about the pimp game, and I never tried that again in my life. You understand? Not when you've been around real pimps.